But we've got a management waiting by to chat with us. DB Corp reported results earlier today. It looks like a strong set of numbers. The company has clocked in a revenue growth of close to about 12.5% on a year-on-year basis. Margins have improved to 14% versus 12%, and this is driving a 67% increase in the company's profitability. GIRISH AGARWAL, the promoter director at DB Corp, now with us on the show. GIRISH, afternoon. Rima here. In the press release, you have said new age digital sectors continue to see value in print media. Can you explain a little bit more? What are these new age digital sectors which are now contributing? What has been the contribution?
The contribution is running in a couple of $1 million, not much. But the new age one, all these app-based guys, those who are selling the medicines or selling the food deliveries and all that.
Okay, so it's basically these tech startups, but the
Very
larger
much.
ones, and they've started advertising.
Yes, unfortunately, smaller ones are facing the funding winter.
Absolutely. And what has been the exact contribution this month? And do you have any visibility on are they going to continue to spend?
Last year, it was almost $1.5 million. Now, going forward, I think they should continue on the same, in fact, higher number.
Right.
Okay, you expect a higher number from the new age businesses. What about the price increases that you took? You also spoke about there being more headroom for the same. Quantify that for us. What's really going on ground for you to see that there is more headroom for price increases as well?
See, frankly speaking, last year we worked on the volume, and that's the reason if you look at the overall number, we have been showing a growth of almost 27% overall in terms of our ad sales growth, and the large number came from the advertising. And because of that only, we've been able to do a print EBITDA of almost 400 crore rupees plus. So I think this year our focus is going to be on the volume and obviously some bit of the price increase also. But what happened, in the market, people get slightly jittery when it comes to talk about the price increase. So we're saying, fine, don't worry. Let's this year talk about the more volume, and next year we can look at the price increase so that I can look at further higher growth next year.
So what would that amount be, if you can give us that number?
It'll be much better than this year. So if we have done whatever number this year, our target is to grow further more from there.
What's the volume number for this year?
Sorry.
What is the volume number this year? What was the pricing growth vis-a-vis what you would be doing in FY24?
For example, my ad revenue has grown by 27% this year. Out of that, I would say 23% came from the volume, and 4% came from the rates.
Okay, so the volume growth is about 23%. And are you taking any incremental measures to make sure your volume growth picks up from the current levels?
I think, yes, everything possible we have to do, we are doing that. But I think most important is what has happened in last year's time. The confidence in newspaper business has come back very strongly. Because if you notice, last year when I was doing a couple of calls with your company, other companies, people are talking about that everybody's reading digital, what about print and all that. I think that all illusion myth has gone. Newspapers are thriving. Again, look at my number, look at other listed companies' number. So everybody's doing well. I think that's one good thing has happened, good positive signal. And thank you for not asking me this question again, that who all are reading newspapers.
No, of course, news is a business we all want to do well, right? Be it print, be it TV, be it any other medium. Mr. Agrawal, the next question is on the newsprint spot prices. In Q3, you had indicated that they have come off and benefits will be seen in Q4. What kind of benefit did you see here, and what was the fall? Are those prices falling further or have stabilized?
So fortunately, they are falling further. Let me give you a quick run on the 4 quarters. So in Q2, the rate was almost 63,500 rupees per ton, went down to 61,500 in the Q3. In Q4, went down to 60,000. And as we speak today in Q1, we are looking at around 57,000. So I think this is going to go further down.
What is causing this fall? What's happening on ground?
Two things. First of all, the market which was earlier tight and shifted to the packaging paper is now coming back to the newsprint. And the international market also opening up. So if you look at the Russia market, which was shut because of whatever reason, so now that market is also opening up. The international, the vessel fare and all that has gone down. So all that is helping us to help the prices go back to normal.
Can you give some more color on what's driving the volume growth, the sectors? You indicated that the new age digital businesses contributed about $1.5 million to your top line. Auto is a big sector. I think you get about 100 crores of revenues from the auto advertisement. Can you tell us which are the sectors which are actually advertising and have seen a pickup, and where you are seeing growth slack off a bit?
Okay, so let's talk about the ones those are growing right now. So real estate, education, jewelry, automobile, FMCG, they all are doing good. The one which are still lagging behind is the lifestyle. So I think that one sector has to pick up a lot, and the banking and finance. So that one we are hoping that sector should also come back in full swing this year itself.
Okay. So that's about the sectors which are in focus. Now we are entering into a year, FY24, FY25, where we'll see a lot of elections as well. So, of course, that is something that could aid ad revenues higher. Considering that, what kind of ad revenue growth are you factoring in? 27% in FY23, that's a high base as well. Will you continue it at these levels?
We are trying our best. And as you rightly said, that this year, most of the elections are happening in Bhaskar state, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan, and Madhya Pradesh. So I think the governments are going to do their bit for the markets, and when the consumer have more disposable income, that will come to in the market, and the advertiser will look at us also for that. So we're very confident and hopeful for that.
So if the newspaper print prices have come down so drastically, I think from about 63,500, it's down to 57,500. That's a very sharp drop. Plus you're confident about volume growth sustaining above what you did last year, which is 23%, which brings in operating leverage for your business. What are the kind of margins you're looking at in FY24?
We're looking at good margins. So मैं आपसे बोलूँगा नजर मत लगाइए. Let it continue like that. And when the number comes, we'll tell you that.
But do you think FY24 margins should be better than FY23? Number नहीं तो direction तो दे दो.
Certainly, yes. Okay, let me tell you that. So in our print business, we have done an EBITDA of around 400 crore rupees. I think next year, this should go up by very strong double digit. Very strong double digit.
Okay, strong double-digit growth in the next year. Girish, it was a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you so much for joining us. Good luck with whatever you have planned for the company in FY24 and, of course, coming financial years as well. That's the word coming in from DB Corp. Good set of numbers. FY24 also looks stronger than what they did in FY23. Do one thing.